Welcome to Sailing Truckers. My name is Sahir, and if this is your first time here, remember to subscribe and click on the bell so you don't miss any episode. Today, we're going to be talking about how to deal with the DOT inspections or dealing with the DOT inspection. How to pass it, okay? Welcome back. Today I want to talk about dealing with the DOT. And what I mean is that sometimes you're driving by and then you get pulled into a scale and they scale you and they pull you over and they decide to inspect your truck and trailer, your logbooks, your weights, your everything. Okay? And these are a few tips, advice for truckers so that you know what to expect and what to do. And we debunk some myths about it too. So anyway, number one, be prepared. You gotta be prepared, man. You gotta make a habit of doing things a certain way so you don't get caught into something that you weren't expecting. I mean, mistake happens, but you need to know. You need to know your truck. You need to know your weights. You need to know what's going on so that you don't get caught. Okay? Now, when I mean you need to know your truck, it's that you need to know what's wrong with your truck. Your light is not working. Well, you need to know that so that you can go and change that light before you go through the next scale. Okay? So your trailer lines are hanging. Get a bungee cord and pull them up. Because that if you go through a scale, they're going to try to pull you over just to tell you that. So that is the thing, right? And your weights too. Like, for example, get into the habit of fueling up before you're going to reload. Okay? You need to fuel up before you're going to reload. Why? Because right after you get reloaded, right after you get loaded, you're full already. Your trailer is full. You're gonna go to the nearest scale and scale up. Okay? But even before that, you're gonna go and you're gonna check your paperwork that they're gonna give you. And you're going to see how much weight did they put in, because the paperwork will say, the bill of lading will say how much weight you have. If you have 40,000 pounds, go and scale. Like, for example, right now I'm carrying 10,000 pounds plastic buckets, so I don't even bother scaling, because what for? I mean, I got 5,000 on the trailer and 5,000 here, maybe 10. That's not worth it. The weights on the truck are 12, 34, and 34 for a grand total of 80,000 pounds. Okay? So you need to do that. You need to. Cause what you don't want to do is load up, scale half a tank, and then when you scale, you go like, oh yeah, I'm good. All my weights are perfect. But then later on, you fuel up, and then when you go through the scale, you go like, oh, shoot, you are overweight. What do you mean? I scale and it was, yeah, but you have half a tank. Once you put all the weight of the fuel, then oops, you are overweight. So you don't want to do that. So you fuel up before, Then you go to a scale, or if you didn't have time to fuel up, you get loaded, you fuel up, and then you scale. So now you know exactly how much weight you have. Okay. So that's number one. Be prepared. I mean, I already talked about the truck. You need to know your truck. What is wrong with your truck? You know, some people get to drive a nice truck, or some people don't get to drive a nice truck. But you need to know what's wrong with your truck. You know, the DOT don't like old screwed up trucks. Because old trucks, because they're gonna go and they're gonna be like, what are your fueling emissions? What is your, you know, everything. They're gonna check everything, even if you have enough oil inside there, right? So if they find anything in the truck that this light is not working, or that light is not working, or these lights are not working, or your high beams are not working, you're gonna get a ticket. So you want to make sure that everything in the truck is working properly. Like I said, mistakes happen. Sometimes, you know, that light went off and you didn't even notice that it went off because you're driving during the day, so you don't actually use those lights. But then you go through a DOT and they go like, oh, that light is actually not working. And you go like, oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. You know, if you deal with a nice guy, they might let you get away with that, but make sure that you go to the next truck stop and fix that light. Or if you're dealing with an idiot, you might get a ticket for that. Because there are some people who are like that, like, but it happens. Right? So the other thing that I've been seeing about, I mean, I'm hearing about all of this, many people talking about when you go and you deal with the DOT inspector or the DOT guy at the scale or anywhere, do not argue, because you're going to lose anyway. And if you want to just fight the ticket, then you can do that later. Bull crap, okay? That's bull crap. Fight that ticket. You fight it to the nails. Okay. I got few stories about that. Okay, I went through a scale once and I was a little tiny bit overweight. A little tiny bit. I mean a little tiny, that I was 34,300 and 34,200 on the trailer and the drives. You know, the limit is 34. But what most DOT does is that if you are under 35, you're good. Okay? Same with 80,000 pounds. That's the limit, the total weight of the truck and trailer. If you're 80,000 some, 200, 300 or something, under 81, you're fine. Now you are 85, 81 something, you're in trouble. And you should know that. But you are under 81, 80, you know, 83, 85. It's okay. It's no big deal. It's the same thing with the axles. 30 some. So I go to a scale once, and I scale, and the guy pulled me over, and I, you know, go inside, bring the papers. They put this light in there, with a sign with a light that said, go inside, bring papers. And I'm like, okay. So I go inside, and the guy is like, you're overweight. And I'm like, really? How's that? And he's like, you are 34? I'm 34. No, you're 34 something, I'm 34 something. And I go like, yeah, I'm 34 something. I'm not 35. yeah, but you're 34 something. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not 35. But you are 30, yeah, but not 35. And I keep on repeating the guy like, not 35, until he's like, like, I don't want to argue. And it's like, no. There is no arguing here. I'm not 35. Like, I'm right. You're wrong. So the guy went like, oh, whatever. And he didn't give me a ticket. He didn't say anything. Like, don't mess with me, man. Do not do that, because I'll freaking fight you to the teeth on this thing. And that whole thing about, oh, you shut up and don't say anything, and then you're gonna fight. Bull crap. That's bull crap. I mean, I live in Vancouver. You get a ticket in Iowa or something, and then you go to court. Like, come on, seriously? You really think I'm gonna take a plane from Vancouver, Canada, all the way to Iowa to be there for an hour for a ticket that is, it's gonna be more expensive, just the plane and the hotel that I'm gonna spend there just to go to court? That's bull. You're not gonna do that. If you get a ticket, you're paying that ticket. Period. Nobody's gonna do that. So don't tell me that. I have another story about this. I was working for a company out of Winnipeg. I was running out of time. And once you cross the border because the rules between Canada and the States are different. In the States, you can only drive 11 hours. In Canada, you can drive 13 hours. So the computer, when you get to the border, switches to Canadian time, and it gives you an extra 2 hours. And I was like getting close. I was like 5 miles away from the border, and I had like 2 minutes left. I was like, I'm not gonna make it. So I pull over, I put it in off duty, drove to the border, and I was gonna put it on duty once that I go to the border. The thing is that I forgot. I totally forgot to put it on duty. And I kept driving for like 45 minutes in Canada off duty. Then I realized I pull over and turn it on and on duty and on driving, and I kept driving. So what happens? 2 weeks later, I am in South Dakota on 90, no, North Dakota on 90, going to Minneapolis, and there's that scale there just going out of Fargo, going east of out of Fargo on 90, if you guys know. And that scale, I get pulled over, and the DOT officer is like, oh, you did this and did that. And I went like, dude, I have to pee. I pull over to pee, and I put it in off duty, and I totally forgot. And he's like, no, you're full of crap. You're just trying to cheat the book and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, dude. Like, it's like, look, I went through the Canadian border and I kept going off duty. I totally forgot to put it back on drive, So that's not what happened. And he kept on going and kept on going, and I went like, no. So what happened? He actually gave me a warning and put it there on my ticket, on my driver's license. You get like these warnings, but don't think that if you don't pass a DOT inspection, even if you don't get a ticket, you get a little scratch in your driver's license. When you're gonna look for a job somewhere else, that's gonna come out on your license. It does. So anyway, I got the scratch, but I didn't get the ticket. We're talking about $700 ticket. We're not talking about $20, $75. We're talking about $700 tickets, okay? It's a big deal. So Is it worth fighting? Yeah, you goddamn right it is. Yeah, absolutely. So don't tell me that, just leave it on and that's it. Nah, that's bull. That's just bull, okay? You fight. You fight. But most importantly, if you want to avoid all of that, don't play games with the freaking book. Just don't. Now that it's all e-logs, electronic logbooks, you don't have a lot of choices, really. But plan your trip so that you know where you're going to stay and you don't go over your limit, your 11 hours or 13 hours. Plan your trip and do it right. And check on your truck, pre-trips. Important. Many people don't freaking do pre-trips. And I sometimes I get tired. I am like in a hurry. Oh my God, I went and had a shower in the morning. And you're like, dude, I gotta have time for this crap. I'm just gonna go in there and go. But I know I did a pre-trip yesterday. And I know everything was fine. And you go and you check on everything. Every time you get off the truck or you stop to get, coffee or whatever, I'm looking underneath the truck, like checking everything is right. Okay. So you might not do a pre-trip in the morning, but during the day, during the course of the day, you are looking at your truck, you're checking it out, you're seeing that everything is nice and pretty. Okay, so get to know your truck, get to know what's wrong, and if anything is wrong, fix it. Look, last trip I went to, the owner of the company, this guy's awesome. He's been trying to change my drive tires for quite some time already. And I am like, no, don't. I'm trying to save the guy some money. Dude, the tires are still good. There's still tread on it. But last time I'm fueling up and I'm looking at the tires and I realized that actually some of them, they need to be changed. So I figured I'm gonna go through a scale, I get an inspection, I'm gonna get a ticket. That's not gonna happen. So, when I go back to Vancouver, I call the guy and said, listen, 4 tires out of the 8, they need to be changed. He changed the 8 of them. He changed them all. Brand new tires I have now in the back. That's a lot of money. But the guy is like that, just get it all done, boom, done. So, and now I'm covered. And now I don't have to worry about that. And I'm ready for winter now. Which in Canada is all the time. But no, seriously, guys, be prepared. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Okay? So, I'm getting to good habits, like fueling up before reloading. I'm scaling up right after. Okay? So, anyway, that's it. I hope you like this video. And, oh, by the way, a shout out to all my new subscribers since the last video that I posted. I hope I don't disappoint you guys, This is all for fun. So I hope that I keep up to your expectations. Alright? And there is very few Canadian YouTuber truckers, but we're rising. We are rising. Okay? Well, I hope that you like this video. And if you haven't seen any of my other videos, there is going to be a link there for Advice for Truckers. So click on that so you don't miss any other episodes. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and Twitter. Alright?